Namaste. Welcome. Please come into a comfortable seated position. Sukhasana, easy pose, spine straight. And please fold your hands at your heart. And let the mind flow toward the heart. Allow the attention to flow inwards. Take a deep breath in. And deep exhalation. And allowing your sankalpa, your intention, to arise naturally from the heart, from your inner process. And let's chant the Gayatri mantra, solar light invocation, solar prayer for peace. Om Bhurbhuvassuvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I ask for guidance in your meditation, in your practice, in your life. And then from that intention, taking a few moments just to sit comfortably, body relaxed, spine straight. And especially softening the face and the neck, the heart, lungs, thoracic spine. Belly, lumbar, sacrum, legs. And with the body relaxed, allow the awareness to come fully to the breath, meeting the inhalation, the moment it begins rising. Slight pause and then meeting the full exhalation, descending, releasing. And if you like, just engaging the natural mantra of Soham, the I am that. I am infinite. As you inhale, mentally repeat the word So. As you exhale, mentally chant Hum. So Hum. Whatever sensations or sounds may be arising in this moment, naturally in your body, in the environment. flow of life moving in, moving out. So engaging a state of softness, receptivity, becoming receptive to the flow of life inside you, as it is already in your body, your breath, your mind, your heart. And in those few moments of meditation, being open, meeting the flow of another day with an open mind, open heart. Intention guides the breath guides the body. So as you're ready, just folding the hands for a moment, feel that connection, spine strong, straight. The right and the left meeting at the heart. Soft gaze. You can open the eyes. Breathing into the heart. Relax, release your hands. We're going to come to a standing position. Okay, feet apart, hip width, knees soft. So move into just a gentle flow this morning. Just opening the gates, the circulation. So I'm imagining that this is the morning, but it can be whenever you come to it. It's the morning here. Sun is just coming up. And I'm turning on my circulation, circling the wrists. I do about 10 times each direction. And I'm just going to gaze softly at the camera for a moment and make sure that we are recording in fact, and we are, and it just said 10:08. How about that? Okay, so these are very important circulation points for the whole body. Turning on the heart meridian, the lung meridian. Let's just do the hands 5 times. Stretch the palms. Big breath in and breath out. Right, so the way that I imagine it is that I'm literally turning on the positive flow of energy, what we call proprioception. Knees soft, hands on thighs. Inhale, chin up. Gently stretch your cervical. Exhale down. Shoulders lift a little. Shoulders relax as you go up. I'll show the side view also. Good. And then back to neutral, neck soft. So it's very important that the neck muscles learn to relax. At the same time, the neck has its own support and extension, and that allows these really important cranial nerves that are coming down and moving to really have a certain amount of freedom and movement. Okay, so I'm going to take the right arm up, stretch, 12 o'clock, top of the inhale, exhale back and around. A couple times on your own, just play a little. Really let your whole body, mind, breath be a part of the flow. You can really feel this whole pathway of connective tissue, which includes, in Chinese medicine, the gallbladder channel opening up all the way up through the heart and the lungs. And relaxing for a moment, back through center. And then other side. Breath in. Center. And then I'm going to move the shoulders, so start with one side in. Right, the rotation is up and forward, and then the other side. And back and forth. A couple deep breaths. Feel this whole area just softening up, loosening up. There's the muscles just inside of the shoulder blades. Those powerful upper back muscles, rhomboids and trapezius. A lot of energy gets trapped there. And now we're going to take it back by just taking the hands up. Right, so namaste, and then keep the elbows bent, and we go back and down a couple times with your breath. And as you squeeze the inner shoulder blades a little bit and move the hands down, it's kind of like just a rolling movement through the connective tissue, getting the whole shoulder joint. So we're trying to literally increase the mobility and fluidity. Often in our daily movements, we don't get enough of the range of motions of the whole body, so we begin to lose it. So we're really wanting to encourage a nice, free, intuitive movement, as much as strength, as much as linear movement. 8, so 10 times each way. And I can feel this spiral down through my feet and my hips and lumbar. It feels good. Awesome, and then ankles. So I'm coming up on the balls of the feet and then back down the heels, up. Try a little bit different one, so you can stay the same way. So I'm just stepping to the side so you can see. So step my right foot back slightly, and I'm going to put the top of the foot on the floor. And keeping my groin really soft, just spiral around. Let's do 8 times each way. And really soft groin. So I'm working my ankle joint, working a spiral all the way through the leg. And then the other direction. Okay, and then change sides. And as a reminder, we approach with respect. Nothing's ever forced. Okay, great. And let's also just do the knees. So I take less weight on the hands, more weight in the legs, and then just move the knees smoothly 8 times each way. Heaven and earth twist, arms flop. So knees bent, and just let your arms really wrap around. As long as there's no injury, you can let the arms flop. Head turns with the body. And take a couple really deep breaths. Really turn on your breath today. Turn on your diaphragm breath. Diaphragmatic breath. Turn on deep breathing. Turn on positive mind. Turn on proprioception. Okay, back to neutral. Interlace the fingers behind the head, knees soft. And we're going to allow the lateral movement first to the right. So I'm feeling a nice deep stretch through the connective tissue on the side. Push that slightly back, keeping the line of the neck. And when I come up, I root down, other side. Just felt a nice release up and through the jaw. Again, other side. Switch. One more. Okay, so our intention this morning was just starting with a little sitting, a little chant, and then just moving into some gentle movement for the body. These are called spinal rolls. So feet apart, hip width, knees soft, hands on thighs, and as I inhale, lift my chest up. So I'm coming to a nice spinal extension, back bend. And then lead with the heart, come down. Hands to the knees. And then here I roll up gently. This should be pain-free. And right back. Just nice and kind of like a slinky. And really pay attention to what your body, the dialogue that's happening. Just noticing the areas that feel more tight, areas that feel loose. We're getting the circulation moving. Circulation, I like to say, is the mother of health. Awesome. Now we can do the same thing but side to side. So knees are soft. We call this the monkey stretch. So I'm just going side to side. One hand slides up toward the armpit. The other hand down. Knees are bent. The more the legs are locked and rigid in many positions, the more load and stress goes into the low back. So then think of the knees like a release valve. Okay, awesome. So now let's just do a couple half salutations. Feet apart, hip width, feet straight. Pelvic neutral, front hip bones, pubic bone in the same plane. So for most of us, we're going to just gently rotate the pubic bone down, allowing a little more lumbar curve. Now root the legs evenly, powerfully. Extend low belly in, extend up through the heart, sternum. Chin draws slightly in, hands at the heart. Inhale at the heart. And exhale, release the hands, French press down. Belly in. Open the palms, inhale, stretch high. Pull the low belly slightly in so the core is long. Hinge from the hips, exhale, bend forward, touch the earth. So just feel into your knees. If it's early morning, maybe just bend your knees a little bit. And then flat back, inhale. Extend from the base of the spine through the crown of the head. So you want to feel the gentle stretching and toning of the tissue. Legs strong, thighs roll in. Exhale, deep bow, fold in. And then inhale all the way up. Whole body working, inner arches lift, low belly in, reach. And exhale, hands back to the heart. So we are coordinating movement and breath. As you inhale, hug in, feeling a sense of strengthening to the body. Exhale, release the hands, belly in, long exhale. Inhale and stretch high. So remember, the breath movement becomes the body movement. Exhale, as I come down, I'm just going to touch the heart. You can feel what works for you as you come down. Fold in. And flat back, inhale. Keep the neck long, so looking toward the floor is a little more helpful in that regard. Legs are strong. So here you can bend the knees. If your hamstrings and back are tighter, just bend the knees so you can get more flat back. And then as the hamstrings open, you can straighten more. Exhale, fold in. You can also hold behind the calves and give a gentle pull. Strong legs, inhale up. Exhale back to the heart. Stand with a sense of poise and strength. Let's do one more. Inhale at the heart. Hold the breath just for a moment. And then exhale, release the hands, belly in, legs strong. Hold the breath out a moment. Inhale and sweep the arms up. Exhale, connecting through the heart, hinge forward at the hips. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And again, breath into the heart. We're going to add a little bit of hip movement. Exhale, hands toward the earth, French press. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, bend forward. Just moving with a sense of ease with your breath. Flat back, inhale. Now from here, I'm going to just take my right leg back, hands framing the left foot, so on each side. And I'm going to turn my left foot slightly open and go a little bit wider with the legs, so just opening a little more space for the hips. And you could also bring both hands inside the left foot and just pulse a little bit. The pulsing is really incredibly beneficial for getting circulation, opening up stiff tissue, stuck tissue, scar tissue. All right, it's like we're gently bringing those areas back to resilience instead of forcing them. Good, now hold still. Draw the heart forward, back leg strong also, engaging the whole body, 3 breaths. Good, and then from here we're just going to step it back to downward dog. And let yourself just explore for a moment. Ground your palms. Breathe. Okay. I'm going to take the right foot outside, right hand, so a little bit wider, allowing more width across the pelvis. And then pulsing. We could also be up on blocks here. We could also have the back knee down. Always improvise. When it doesn't feel like you can relax into it and breathe and center, keep exploring. And hold 3 deep breaths. And then back to downward dog again. Let's walk the legs out, bend one knee, straighten the other leg. Good, inhale to plank. All the way down. Let your forehead rest on your hands for a moment in a full body pranam. Right up on the forearms. Just a little sphinx rock the hips side to side. So really back care 101 is learning how to release the gripping that we're holding along the spine. For many of us it's here in the lumbar. Right? Psoas, lumbar, kidneys, adrenals. Very powerful life areas here. Okay, now I'm going to have you just bring your hands, so it's kind of a weird hand position. The elbows are going to splay out a little bit and the fingers are going to go slightly in. Okay, and then the hands are a little bit forward. And then inhale. Now if that doesn't feel good, you can adjust the hands. This just allows a little bit wider shoulders and down. Adjust the hands as you need to. Let's do a couple more with the breath. Inhale, rising. Without jamming your spine, track the movement. One more time, and if you can on this one, let's hold. Without jamming the spine. Beautiful extension, heart forward, track all the way up through the forehead, third eye. And down. Back to a little pillow for your head, rock your hips. Then come to a seated position. And let's put the right foot, right shin across the mat, parallel. And the left leg back, salutations. And so the right foot is about 6 to 8 inches out, and I begin with a little pulse here. A little Soma pulse. We're looking for fluid pathways. We want resistance. But we want resistance that we can breathe into. So I'm feeling here stretch in my outer thigh, outer leg muscle, especially with all the running lately. And breathing into that stretch, feeling it, meeting it. I want to stay as alive and present as I can into the sensation. Good, come on, up, back up. Now, you can either just pause here for a moment. It's actually a nice position for the spine. Or those of you can just slide the back leg around to pigeon. And we're going to try to bring that right sitting bone, that front sitting bone, closer to the earth. If it's really high up, it's good to put something underneath there. Otherwise, the weight rolls to the knee. So as much as possible, we want that right sitting bone grounded, hips square. And see if I can come down a little bit. Allowing a deeper stretch through the outer hip, piriformis, glute medius. And I like to just intuitively play with pulsing, rocking, as you start to feel more areas of opening. And come up, slowly come up on the hands, fingertips. Little back bend. And down. And I rock down to the right sitting bone, and then come on up and go to the other side. All right, so now left heel, just in front of the pubic bone, right leg back, salutations. This hip opener is not found too much in the West or modern yoga culture, but it's a very gentle hip opener. What I like about it is it really helps to open and widen the sacrum, and allows really a sense of grounding. Let's do a little pulse. And it's very accessible for people, without pressure on the knee. My sternum right toward the knee. If you're more flexible, you can start to move the heart in more toward the middle of the shin. Find your spot. I said everybody's different. Sometimes we're so flexible that there's no resistance, so we flop into the pose and the mind just goes blank. as you find resistance, you can breathe into it and see what the story is there. Explore it. Often you'll find other places of connection and unwinding. All right, and then slowly come up. Okay, so you could either just stay here for a moment, or we can start to just spiral that back leg straight and coming toward pigeon, grounding the left hip. Making sure your left hip's not too high away from the floor and there's no pressure rolling into the knee. Feel into the quality of the stretches and the stretching. Does it feel like healthy stretching? We can overstretch, right? We can overload joints and tissue, ligaments, tendons. Can you breathe into it? Can you relax into it? This is part of our inquiry, our vichara. Okay, come on up. A little back bend. Okay, left hip down. Bring the legs out front. Little straddle. Little pulse through the hip, through the knee. I can kind of feel my gracilis here, inner groins, where that first edge is this morning. Just 5 breaths. So you see, I'm just kind of working myself a little deeper by keeping the legs rooted and that pulsing. And without forcing, it's where I can breathe. As I take the hands out to the feet, it gives me more extension. And then strong base, and now come up. Nice shift there, a little release. Just wriggle a little bit, simple cross legs. Just do a few rounds of this humming. And if you've already done the section on the vagus nerve, you can just visualize just gently compressing that nerve, letting it send healing signals all the way through the body, feeling the brain relax and the jaw. Notice how you feel. How's the quality of energy in the body, mind? Right? Our natural state is one of yoga, connection. Body, mind, heart, soul, spirit, all living in the same home, in balance, integration. And a little chin mudra, so use your right hand, Dharma chakra mudra, right at the heart, nesting into the hridayam. Sense of poise and balance, breathing freely. Ask for guidance and wisdom today to meet life with courage, non-reactivity, presence, wisdom, love, compassion. Gratitude to all of my teachers, guides, to the gurus, the masters. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Namaste. So here you can, as we play with these different length practices, you could keep going into your own flow, right? As we really encourage that sahaja flow, spontaneous flow of prana and wisdom, which is what we're also moving toward. There's references in the old text that freestyle is very important. You could also take a little savasana, you could do meditation, you could go to another sequence or section.